Hey guys, welcome back to Grogu Gaga. I'm Sean Williams here with Chip Holton, and today we're going to talk about
Rey Skywalker.
Rey from nowhere, Rey Skywalker,
Rey Skywalker?
Rey Palpatine. I don't know, and that's what we're going to get into today. So one of the topics we're going to talk about two things today. The first thing we're going to talk about is of course, Rey. Is she a Skywalker or is she not? Because that is a controversial thing here in the Star Wars community, and we're going to try to approach this with empathy and understanding of the other side as best as we can, and then we're gonna say our own side as well. We haven't discussed this between Chip and I before, so we're going to see what our opinions are on that. Then we're going to be talking about the live action Ezra casting, Mena Massoud.
I think that's his name, Live-asm.
Yeah, live-asm. that gives me a live-asm. So we're going to talk about Rey Skywalker. So that is a controversial thing because the end of Rise of Skywalker, of course, the infamous scene at the end where this lady asks Rey, she says, "Rey who?" Which is funny to me because I don't know why anybody would need to ask the last name. But anyway, she looks over to the Force ghosts of Luke and Leia, and of course she says, "Rey Skywalker," and that pissed off 100 million people plus. And okay. So when I first saw the movie, I thought, okay, I was ambivalent. I was like, what? It never triggered me or anything. I was never like super upset about it. I thought it was fine, but I think, whether or not you like it, that's fine. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you like it, that's fine. My whole thing about it is the arguments from the opposing perspective. By the way, I say it's Rey Skywalker. That's my side. It is Rey Skywalker. That's her name. She's Rey Skywalker.
Not Rey Solana.
Not Rey. Yes, there's the old Colin Trevorrow script where Rey
Duel of the Fates,
which by the way had a lot of cool stuff in it. Me and Chip both have talked about some of the stuff that would have been cool to implement, stuff that could have been left over, like the anything with Coruscant, which and there's some cool stuff with Hux too. I mean,
what he had Mace Windu's.
Yeah,
he had Mace Windu's lightsaber, right?
Yeah, very cool. He collected that, which is like, I thought that was cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff in there, but to get to the reference there, Rey takes the last name of Solana, which is a combination of Solo and Organa. So Rey Solo Organa. Which is that's a little, for me personally, is a little head shaking, head scratching thing.
I kind of hate it.
That would have been.
I like Duel of the Fates.
I think there's a lot of cool stuff in there. I like the first half of it. The second half is where it goes into like disappointing territory. But yeah. So that was basically a concept left over from Colin Trevorrow. So I guess if you don't like the whole name thing, you can blame him because he started that idea, I guess, which is transferred over, which I definitely prefer Rey Skywalker over Rey Solana, which is just a little silly. Now, however, if she would have taken the name, now if she looked over and saw Ben and he looked at her and she said Rey Solo, that would have been cool with that. But of course, the whole thing with JJ was tying up the saga. And so I guess it's a Skywalker saga. The movie's called Rise of Skywalker, and they killed all the Skywalkers.
It's almost as if they planned to end the saga or something.
Yeah.
Even though Disney took over. Which,
yeah.
Let's be real. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I of course wanted Ben to live. That was my number one disappointment with the movie.
The way I saw it was she's like, "What's your name?" It's like, "Oh, I'm Rey Skywalker." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely from South Georgia." Yeah. Good.
Right.
You're from Middle Georgia. Yeah. What's your name? Yep. Go ahead and give her a wave.
We're from Middle Georgia. Mike in Georgia.
It's
here in the South.
It's a little different. You just tell your name.
You just tell people your name,
and then you wave at them, especially when you're driving by.
Hey, it's Chip Holton over there. How you doing, man?
Chip Holton. I'm doing okay right now. I had a whole day of just driving by people and waving at them.
Yeah, Chip's got a new job where he's a traveling
salesman,
salesman,
just like Flannery O'Connor.
We'll say it's something like a traveling salesman. But anyway, so it's something we're not going to go into exactly what he does, but he drives a lot, listens to a lot of stuff. But yeah, so Rey Skywalker. The issue that a lot of people have is that she is not a Skywalker by blood. Sure, that's great. Okay, understand that. I was disappointed. And I'm still disappointed that they killed off all the blood Skywalkers. However, the whole premise of the movie, the whole message of the movie, and arguably the saga, is that your blood is not what defines you. And as Luke says in the movie, some things are stronger than blood. And that is true. And I want to reiterate why personally for me, it's such a big issue that people take issue with it to me, because in my opinion, it completely neglects the idea of adopted children and their families in real life. I know multiple people, more than Chip is having some kind of reaction over here.
Yeah, I was expecting to get this deep.
We're getting deep,
but
over
it's
here.
good. It's good. It's good. I love it. I
like,
love it. I'm ready for it.
So I know at least 2 people who have changed their last name. I'm not going to say who they are, but I know at least 2, and maybe more, who have changed their last name, who have been adopted, who did not like their blood relatives, who they completely want to have no association with them. And by doing that, they were taking over. They're saying, "Hey, I'm not going to take this name and say, I have anything to do with you, because this is my real family. Whoever may have adopted them, these are the ones that love me. These are the ones that care about me. And so I'm taking this name as a screw you to the original person." And to me, that is exactly what Rey does. She's not Rey Palpatine. Yeah, she has Palpatine's blood somehow. We know that there's a clone or there's something there. We'll get in there one day, maybe through the Mandalorian. I don't know. They might touch upon that.
Man, I can't wait to hear about that.
Or through one of the millions of shows. But yeah. So yeah, she's not Rey Palpatine. She's Rey Skywalker. And now she could have. Now some people say, well, why she can't just take a name and do whatever she wants? Well, first of all, here you can change your name to whatever you want. First of all, in real life, but even ignoring that, she had the nod of approval from Luke and Leia, which is, that was clearly what that whole scene was doing. That she had no belonging in her life, and then Luke and Leia, who are brother and sister, were still kind of like parental figures. I know.
What? Spoilers.
They were parental figures to her, and they were Leia probably more than Luke. But I bet there's a whole year between episode 8 and 9 that could be explored somehow in future media. I mean, Leia and Rey probably got really close, and so the whole connection with them and their approval of it is the end of it, and that's it for me. She's Rey Skywalker. She's adopted into this family through their approval. She's a Skywalker because she's a Skywalker. Her blood has nothing to do with it. And yeah, my whole argument against it is that by saying that she's not a Skywalker by blood, that's completely invalidating all of the adopted children in the world. By saying, "Hey, you're not actually a member of this family because you don't have the same blood," and which is something that I think a lot of people deal with. And then I've read things about there's families with one kid is adopted and one is not, and they have to deal with that and grapple with that, and by saying that you're not.
There's a lot of horror movies about that.
Yeah, because you're not the same blood. That you're not. There's quite a few of those.
Orphan.
Yeah, Orphan is exactly what I was thinking of. Weird movie.
Weird movie. So weird. But I think it validates what you're saying. that those that are adopted into any kind of family. I'm trying to think of it. No, in my family we don't have any because we have so many cousins. Oh my
Yes, it's
goodness.
true. If you come to the town we live in, half of the town is made up of Holtons
Holtons and McBurdys, but
and McAfee's.
and McAfee's, yeah.
There's like 3 people in this town, 3 families.
But that's okay though. But what I'm saying though is that if you do get adopted into a family, I would hope that most of those kids feel at home.
Yeah, and so I think it's we didn't say we were going to get this deep, but that's my whole thing with it, and I think it doesn't affect me personally. I'm not adopted, but I do know 2 or 3 people who have changed their name because of that, because they reject him. So by Rey taking Skywalker's name over Palpatine I love that. That is so good to me. That is such a they say Palpatine won in the end, and to me that no, it makes no sense. He did not win in the end. He lost finally, and she didn't take his name. If she's supposed to take his name, that would be him, his legacy living on. That's just I can't think of how
Although
that makes sense.
if I had ghosts behind me saying, "Hey, you're actually you're a Williams,"
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm a Williams."
yeah. Oh, I would.
Yeah.
If I looked over and they said, were nodding at me and said that, I would change my name too.
You're a
But-
Holton.
And if as far as like a story, from a story perspective, if you don't like that she's the quote unquote granddaughter of Palpatine, that's fine. I thought it was kind of weird. The clone thing was kind of weird. I'm sure it'll be explored, so I'm ambivalent, but I think the whole message of that movie and is that some things are stronger than blood, and so it's fine if you don't like it, but I think to have grown men comment and share things and be like, "Hey, it's not a Skywalker, I refuse it. SJW's taking over."
I don't like adopted babies.
I don't like adopted people. And
Basically, that's basically what they're saying.
It is, and that's the thing. And I don't think and I would love to have, if anybody's listening to this, I would love to hear another side. But, it's one of those things where I have yet to hear a convincing argument where people can actually be like, well, that's usually how it goes. But, she's not.
She's totally supposed to be a Skywalker.
She's a Skywalker. She's not a Skywalker.
She's not a Skywalker technically. Technically,
Technically, she's not a Skywalker.
technically she's not a Skywalker.
She's not blood. She's not related to Anakin. Don't even get me started on how upset. Okay, people get upset about them selling Rey's saber or Anakin's saber as Rey's saber. Okay, that's fine. It is Anakin's saber, and
They should have.
it is Anakin's saber.
But they shouldn't have buried him though.
They shouldn't have buried him. It is.
That's the
Anakin's
only
saber.
thing. Like
But-
I think Rey should have wielded both of them at the same time.
That's what I was hoping for.
It's fine though. It's fine.
Yeah. There's
She has her own saber, which is
officially Rey's saber, and we like that. I like that.
I like the yellow. Ooh,
like the yellow, and
I'm colorblind, but I like the yellow.
by the way, I haven't even talked to Chip yet, but I got some good a little extra money last week, and I ordered myself a Luke Skywalker lightsaber.
That's not fair.
I know. We're gonna bring it on the show next time, and I'm gonna let Chip play around with it. Hopefully, it's good quality. I tried to buy it from shout out to Padawan Outpost. That's where I tried to buy it from, but they sold out in like 2 minutes after waiting for the restock. But these are some quality sabers, so I think I got this from. I don't want to say.
You
where I got
think?
it.
You think? Well, he'll tell me after the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Because we're definitely gonna have a
Yeah.
lightsaber duel.
And I'll bring out my. I still have some old Force Effect sabers that are not funcking right, but
This guy, I got the $5 Walmart sabers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I think maybe if you're a good boy, Santa will bring you an Obi-Wan saber or what's your
Santa? I'm so good.
or Count Dooku
Look,
saber.
I'm a good. Oh, Count Dooku saber.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. That's your favorite, right? Was that the one? I think we said I think when we did the lightsaber episode, you said all of them. You were like,
I said
that's my favorite.
I like that one.
No, that's my favorite too.
that's
No,
my
I
favorite
forgot
too.
about that.
No. Count Dooku is definitely my favorite.
And Mace's
sleek-
hilt is very pretty too.
Ooh.
So I've been looking at sabers and dreaming about the day I could afford to buy.
What
them all.
is Santa gonna bring me?
Santa? I don't know. It's got to not get on the naughty list.
Okay. I'll try.
Moving on. Nah, Chip's a good boy. He's a good guy. Yeah. Well, that's my thought on Rey Skywalker. And I love that she's people give her a hard time, Mary Sue and all that stuff. There's some valid criticism, sure, but guys, it's been a year now. Let's move on. Let's move on and let the people who
she is who she is,
and it's canon. So get
and
over
it's
it.
canon now. So
I've told people that.
Please get over it.
We like to spread positivity here on this podcast, but if you start that nonsense, I'm gonna just tell you to get over it.
We all have valid criticisms, like The Last Jedi.
I have criticisms of every. There's not one Star Wars movie where I can't find criticisms, but I'm not gonna sit here. Even the last
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, that's a perfect movie as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah. I love the Detective Obi-Wan.
That part is that whole thing is.
That's my favorite part of the whole movie, though. I think Detective Obi-Wan, but
there's not one movie where I can't find something to enjoy.
Right.
And it's canon, so get over it, little boys. I think with that said, unless you can add anything of interest, I think that was my main point of interest here, was trying to make that analogy with a real life analogy and actually understanding the ramifications of what you're saying and how it undermines children who are watching these movies, who are going to be told that they're not valid because that.
I think Rey Skywalker is a perfect example of why adoption is great.
There you go.
Honestly, yeah, we have no kind of disagreement there.
So that's it. If you're listening, as far as that goes, we're going to still talk about one other thing. But yeah, if you're listening and you want to send us a comment and you want to offer an alternative, we'll listen and
an alternative to adoption. I would love to hear it.
Yes, absolutely. The next thing we're going to talk about here, this is something that was revealed 2 days ago, I believe, and it's
super exciting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool casting choice. So basically, and it's not 100% confirmed yet, but it is pretty much confirmed that Aladdin is going to play Space Aladdin, and by that we mean Ezra Bridger. Mena Massoud, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm looking to make sure. I want to be respectful, but we'll call him Mena or Mena. He is
Mena Suvari.
Yeah,
from
I don't even know the name Mena. So, yeah, he's the right age. He's kind of got the look, and he's the front runner to be Ezra Bridger. Apparently, it's only thing left is to sign, dot the I's and dot the T's and cross the I's.
Which I love, by the way.
Chip didn't even process what I said.
What'd you say?
I said dot the T's and cross the I's. Yeah, but he's I think he'll be cool. But yeah, he played in Disney's live action Aladdin, which personally I actually enjoyed a lot more than I expected to.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, I think it was one of the more enjoyable.
Is it good?
I liked it. I liked it better than Lion King, which is directed by Jon Favreau, but it was something about just the fact that it was live action, shot
Jon
for shot.
Favreau and Donald Glover, right?
He was in it, but Jon Favreau directed. Donald Glover was Simba, I believe, right? I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
But here Mena Massoud is the front runner. So I posted a little thing on our Instagram with Ezra, Ahsoka, Luke, and Anakin, and just dreaming of what could. And I assume that this casting choice is for the Ahsoka show, which will probably come out at the end of next year. Seems so long, but we got 3 shows before then, so I think the wait will be okay. But I know we were looking forward to an animated Rebels sequel.
I was, but I also want to see Ezra.
I think
so much, I do. I really do.
Shout out to Taylor Gray.
Gray. Oh my goodness.
Who still who gave a shout out to Chip when he was
laid up
in the hospital with a shattered ankle.
Shattered ankle. Thank you, Taylor Gray. By the way, you made my whole experience so much better.
And Taylor, you'll always be Ezra too, regardless of whoever is cast. Such a cool voice.
And I think I just told Sean, like, why isn't Taylor Gray why isn't he Ezra?
He might. I don't know. I mean, maybe he was considered. Who knows?
He should be.
He definitely should be. He's got I love his voice. He's got such a recognizable voice. We'll share that video on our Instagram, on the Grogu Gaga Instagram, and you can see that little shout out they gave to Chip. I'm excited to see. But there is something cool about live action. You know, I think after seeing Ahsoka in live action, it's just so much more. As much as I love Ashley and Taylor Gray, has nothing to do with them. I think they're fantastic. But seeing the live action version there's something a little more special about it, and it makes it a little more real.
And I trust the directors, whoever Disney hires to do whatever they're doing with Ezra.
If they keep the quality that they're doing, I feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
I think. It would be so cool to see. We know, obviously, we'll see Ezra and Thrawn. I don't know who's going to be Thrawn.
Hope Lars Mikkelsen, but
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I've seen Benicio del Toro.
That
was one of the.
Wait, but didn't he? Wasn't he? I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
DJ.
I
don't remember, but he was originally going to be Darth Maul, or was one of the choices.
Okay. Well.
But they went with an actor. I mean, a non-actor is what I meant to say.
They went with an actor.
I mean, Ray Park is an actor, but I think they mainly hired him for the action.
Also, what's up with Ray Park at this point?
Well,
I know he had a
little
controversy
Instagram thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's back on Instagram. He's posting pictures of him in the mall makeup, but I think that's from Solo. I don't think it's a tease. I think that's just him posting stuff now because he's allowed to. But hey, I'd like to have him in the either in the Lando show or whatever.
Or the Andor.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we said? Andor.
And no,
Yeah.
I was saying Lando, but
I was saying
Andor. Lando could take place after Return of the Jedi, or it could take place between after Solo. Who knows? But I think I'm excited to see.
Thank goodness Billy D is still alive, because he can potentially
he is still kicking, and he's still
add to that Lando show.
He's still
Maybe.
I think they'll do the whole young Indy thing where he does the narration. But I'm excited for all the projects. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I'd love Ezra to see, finally meet up with Ahsoka and to meet Luke, and Luke to meet, or Luke to tell Ahsoka, or Ahsoka to tell Luke about Anakin, and vice versa. Maybe have them show up. I saw Star Wars Theory posted a thing about how maybe Ahsoka's not able to reach that point, or she hasn't been able to transcend whatever she needs to do in her Jedi training to meet up with Anakin, and then maybe perhaps Luke will teach her in the Ahsoka series. And I think that's where Luke's going to show up, personally. I don't think he'll be in The Mandalorian very much. I don't know, though. I
still think Grogu and Mando are gonna
reunite,
meet back up.
But yep. I think that's gonna be like the end of the season or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's so many opportunities here with.
Where do you envision Ezra's gonna go?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Who knows, right?
I think Ahsoka's looking for Thrawn, so he's with Ezra. Is Thrawn like a kind of gray area now? Is he gonna be like a? I know in the books he's a little more. Not so evil like in Rebels.
Right? No, he's not evil like he was in Rebels, but
evil.
Evil is his one and only name. Evil. No, but I think Thrawn's gonna come up and but he's gonna resume his original mission. I think working for the Chiss Ascendancy. Yeah,
the Chiss Ascendancy.
The Chiss Ascendancy.
Little tongue twister there.
Chiss Ascendancy. Yeah.
Well, he and Thrawn are a package deal, I think. Since obviously, if you've seen the end of Rebels, But not much to say about it other than I think he could be really good. I hope they announce it soon. They don't, I don't think they don't. I mean, obviously, that's not a secret. If you watch the show, we know he's going to be in it. Ahsoka's looking for Thrawn. Ezra's with Thrawn. Just announce the casting. Don't act like he's not going to show up.
Right.
Right. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say in the words of Forrest Gump on that casting and the whole Rey Skywalker thing. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Mr. Chipperty Doodah?
I don't think so. I think that was a pretty quick episode.
It's a pretty quick, succinct episode.
This is basically just like a news flash.
Well, my swivel chair just went. So I'm
just like the Emperor. Oh my God, you're the Emperor.
So my seat is just like, so I have to reach up to the mic now. But anyways,
you want this, don't you?
Well, we if you're I know there's a lot of Marvel fans that watch this, so I hope you enjoy WandaVision when that comes out. The next one
we could totally talk about WandaVision.
Maybe
too.
we'll check out once once that's over. We'll talk.
Really been enjoying. I've been enjoying it.
Me too.
Me and Brooklyn have been enjoying WandaVision.
Very interesting. I think there's 2 more episodes. I thought it was 1 more, but I think there's 2 more.
There's 2 more. Yeah. But it's like a love letter to TV.
It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, if you don't get it after first 2 episodes, keep watching. Kind of comes together a little bit. But that's what we're doing in between Star Wars shows. So I think once that's done, I think they're going to announce the Bad Batch, and I'm hoping it's soon, and I'm hoping that we'll have a lot more to talk about. So with that said, everybody stay safe, and may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.